I want to begin by saying that Hillary and I are profoundly shocked and saddened by the tragedy today in Littleton, where two students opened fire on their classmates before apparently turning their guns on themselves.
Our nation is shocked and saddened by the news of the shootings at Virginia Tech today. The exact toll has not yet been confirmed, but it appears that more than 30 people were killed and many more were wounded.
There has been a tragic shooting at the Fort Hood Army base in Texas. Earlier today, a number of people were shot in Tucson, Arizona.
This morning, we woke up to news of a tragedy in a town called Aurora. At least 12 people were killed when a gunman opened fire in a movie theater.
These kinds of terrible, tragic events are happening with too much regularity.
We've endured too many of these tragedies in the past few years. The majority of those who died today were children. Beautiful little kids between the ages of 5 and 10 years old. We can't accept events like this as routine. We are confronting yet another mass shooting. Sometimes I fear there's a creeping resignation that these tragedies are just somehow the way it is. Our words and our prayers are not enough. It happens now once a week. I've had to make statements like this too many times. Tragic shooting took place in Chattanooga today. There's been another mass shooting in America, this time in a community college in Oregon. The attack in San Bernardino killed 14 of our fellow Americans, and on Saturday, 6 people were gunned down in a rampage in Kalamazoo, Michigan. This is a political choice that we make. Today marks the most deadly shooting in American history, and we have to decide if that's the kind of country we want to be. And to actively do nothing is a decision as well. As I said just a few months ago, and I said a few months before that, and I said each time we see one of these mass shootings, our thoughts and prayers are not enough. We've become numb to this.
First, we must do a better job of identifying and acting on early warning signs. We must stop the glorification of violence in our society. This includes the gruesome and grisly video games that are now commonplace. We must reform our mental health laws to better identify mentally disturbed individuals who may commit acts of violence and make sure those people not only get treatment, but when necessary, involuntary confinement. Mental illness and hatred pulls the trigger, not the gun.
Who in God's name needs a weapon that can hold 100 rounds or 40 rounds or 20 rounds? It's just wrong.